So we know that, of course, police have killed 7 suspects in that shootout in Scotsville, in Pietermaritzburg. Dasen Thathiah is on the scene. Let's just see if there's any update from Dasen. Dasen, good evening once again. Is the police minister on his way? I think I see a delegation moving a little closer to you, so hopefully you can get a word. And as we wait, just to tell you that your colleague, or our colleague, Aviwe, is in Bronkhorstspruit, where there are calls for the police minister.
Are you, Minister? Thank you, Sal. Let me just get straight to it. Minister, how are you this evening?
We are good. We are good. We see the work that has been done by...
Exactly, and I wanted for you to share a little more details of exactly what transpired here this afternoon, if you will.
Well, you have a history of this place. We were here some few weeks ago because the community here has been really harassed and brutalized. We had to come and we work on the levels of the police, and the provincial commissioner had to take further on the matters. It was a group of the boys that were known all the time, including those that had an escape from prison. Days. Looks like that's a big boss who's among them here. What transpired, I think we have about 7 dead bodies there. 5 boys who have been notorious and very, very brutal to the people out there, and 2 girls. Whether those girls were willingly there or taken, the investigation and the people working on the scene will tell us what next. But clearly, about 5 guns, including AK, and a lot of new ammunition. I'm sure the police will find out where did they get that. The main guy looks like he was injured about a week or 2 ago when he was out in Beckville to assassinate somebody. So he was being treated medically. We'll have to see who was treating him and all that. But it looks like the work is not over. We'll be working on the broader syndicate that has been terrorizing people. But people have been terrorized here. You know that the Blessed Star is taking over in the country as a first murder station, and they are definitely responsible for that spot that Blessed Star has taken.
Minister, when you speak of the main guy here, are you talking about the one that escaped from that prison vehicle?
Indeed, he's the one that escaped from prison on that morning.
So he then is not only just the person who's escaped from that prison vehicle, he's also a member of the gang that you mentioned that was terrorizing the Blessed Star.
Not just a member, he's a top guy. We are looking at his profile. He's got a very long list of warrants of arrest. He has been wanted for rapes, for murder, attempted murder, house robbery, and looks like guys were living well. There is every kind of alcohol you can think of, cognac, whiskey, everything that you think of, the biggest screens of TVs you ever thought of. Life seems to have been very soft.
And those girls, were they armed as well when the police had entered this property?
You mean girls?
The two women that were here?
Well, we don't know. The investigators will tell us the profile, who they are and all that. But there are about -5 firearms, including the AK.
What does this mean now for that other investigation with the remaining suspects that had escaped from that prison vehicle?
Well, that will have to proceed. That in this kind of success is not the end, it's only the beginning. The people of Maritzburg will have to really find peace going forward. You can't just have a station all of a sudden is #1 on murder and rape, as Blessed Lord has happened. We receive telephones, calls every day, every night to say we can't sleep here. So we believe that will be the beginning of peace, that the people of this area will know peace.
So you're convinced that with this particular incident that took place here, that should see some kind of change in the, as you said, what is now the murder capital of the country?
As you say, it's some, but the police will have to continue. It might be some of them, not all of them, but we can't just end here and we say the job is done. At the end of the day, the people of this place, especially all those places that report to places like your Itindale, Wapata, your Mbali and all that, they'll have to really find peace out of it. We believe this is the beginning. It cannot be the end.
Okay. And just as a wrap, Minister, I just want to ask you just to clarify, those people that have been killed here, were those all of the occupants of that house?
Yes, they were found in the house, all of them. The house is leased. Looks like they've been here plus minus a month. The house is leased. Surely we'll be working the police to find out the owner and understand what is his understanding. There are 3 cars here parked. Looks like 2 of them are either hijacked or stolen, or almost all of them. So we'll be pursuing the owners of the cars to find out what happened. But you could see that these were notorious and very, very brutal group of young men.
Thank you very much, Minister. I appreciate your time.
Thanks.
Sally, that was the police minister. They're at least giving us a little bit of extra detail on what had transpired. The police minister will now be making his way out of the scene, but it sounds like this investigation is certainly not over until they wrap up here, which will be much later tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. And as the police minister saying, it seems that one of the men killed was the ringleader of this gang, and it sounds like a very brutal gang that he is describing. So thank you so much for bringing us all the very latest news on those 7 suspects who were shot dead today in a police raid. That is Dasen Thathiah coming to us live from Scotsville in Pietermaritzburg.